So I just wanted to jump on a quick video today just to sort of let you know about a few things that have been going on with us this week, and more importantly about a new client that we have working with us called Walksafe. Now, you may have seen them on the news recently. They are a brand new app and they are all about keeping women safe. Now let's keep this in mind throughout the story because it's a crazy one. It's full of highs and lows. But for a couple of reasons, I wanted to address this directly, and I felt that video was the best way to do that. So for those that know, Crown Media are a PR agency headed by myself. My name's Jessica. I'm the Managing Director of Crown Media. Walksafe came to us earlier this week. They are a very, very new company. They've only really taken off in the last 3 weeks. The aim of this company is all around an app that they've produced. Now, this app is all about keeping women safe. As a woman, I can very much relate to that. Now, this app is based off of police reports, police data, and what it does is it maps and tells you exactly where incidences have occurred. Now, it's an amazing app. It's been founded by a lovely lady called Emma Kay. Now, she is a mother herself. She has another little one on the way. She's 5 months pregnant, bless her. And she felt very, very, very strongly about this subject, and hence Walksafe was born. The app has absolutely soared over the last couple of weeks. They have had over 500,000 downloads now, and they were doing so phenomenally well. They were looking into the next steps. How can we make this app better? And the whole world collapsed on them. They were victim of online trolling. What had happened was a TikToker had made a false video that was accusing them of sex trafficking, that was accusing the app of basically users being followed home. It was absolutely ridiculous. This went on TikTok and it then seeped over into Twitter, and it was complete mayhem. Now, unfortunately, poor Emma had to deal with this on her own for over a week before she got in contact with us and we were able to get involved. By this time, the majority of the damage has already been done. So for us as a PR firm, our job was to try and manage that crisis. It's what we call crisis or issues PR. So for her, we jumped straight on. We created a statement. Luckily, being the very intelligent woman that she was, she'd already managed to find the originator. Now, the guy that made the original post claims that he had got the app wrong. Apparently, it was an app that was in the US with a very similar name. It was not Walksafe, and to give him credit, he then made a public apology online. He told his followers, this app is completely safe. However, the internet being the internet, not everybody believed him, not everybody saw that, and the damage had been done. So a few reasons why I want to talk about this, and it does cover a lot of areas. I think firstly and foremostly, it is to reassure everybody, this app is absolutely credible. It's verified on Apple. They are not pulling your data. They are not selling it to sex traffickers. They are not sex traffickers themselves. I cannot believe these words are coming out of my mouth. And I'm having to defend this, but they are our clients. We very much believe in what they're doing, and we, as will all clients, we will defend them and we will publicly defend them. So rest assured, if you've seen any bad news, please ignore it. And if somebody does come to you saying, I've heard this and I've heard that, please set the record straight. Now, there have been a lot of reports that we have managed to get out into the media confirming what's happened and setting the story straight. So another thing I do want to talk about with you is online trolls, or just social media in general. Basically, these things happen, and what we need to be aware of from an industry perspective, for all marketeers out there, this, unfortunately, is the way that marketing is going. We are all going to have to get used to crisis PR, issues PR. I know there's a lot of companies out there that are very good at handling crisis PR and issues such as these. So if you are looking for a PR company, please make sure you ask that question. Have you handled any negative press? Have you handled crises before? It does happen, and especially with an app so as sensitive as this, it will happen often. There'll always be fake stories. There'll always be somebody trying to sort of make a name for themselves. It's what social media is about now. But I want to address online trolls and internet users, especially sort of TikTokers, because they do have a younger demographic. And we are talking now, I mean, there are a lot of teenagers on there, early teens. So I want to really talk to the parents of those children and sort of say to them, well, if you have a child who is getting into social media for the first time, please make sure that they are educated, and please make sure they understand that not everything you read on the internet is true. The problem with this story, I mean, again, I don't have to tell you the ridiculousness of it. I think it speaks for itself. But the problem with this story is it is an app that is trying to keep women safe. A lot of false stories have been made, and as a result of that, women who could potentially have been saved by this app have now deleted this app and are now anxious and scared, even more than they already are. And as the founder, Emma Kay, rightly says, this is the app that should not exist, yet unfortunately it has to. So there are consequences, not just from her and what she's had to go through in this last week or so. You know, you have a lady here who was trying to put some good into the world, who is 5 months pregnant, who has had to deal with hate mail for the last week, who's had to deal with death threats, with being called a paedophile, by being threatened in every unimaginable way you can think of as a result of fake news. This is a very, very serious thing to happen to somebody, and let's not even get started on the mental health implications that can be involved in this. So please, to the parents who do have children that use social media, please educate them. Not everything that you read online is true. And if you do read something and you are afraid of what you're hearing, please do your research before you make any judgments or statements, especially when it's something as strong as this. The fallout has been absolutely ridiculous, and we are only just now starting to pick up the pieces. Now, the good news in that is that I think this is something that we can all take away as a learning experience. So from an industry perspective, I think it's good that all PR agencies and all marketers in any industry, they're aware of, take this experience and learn from it and stop this from happening again. To those out there who have helped to spread this fake news, please educate yourselves and make sure you do your research before you make any statements. And please do not be worried about this Walksafe app. I can put my hands up and say it is completely safe. I work directly with the founders. I have seen what happens behind the scenes, and they are trying to put some good in the world. And more importantly, they are trying to keep you safe. And let's be honest, it's what we all need right now. As Emma says, and I will reiterate it, this app does not and should not have to exist. Unfortunately, it does. So please, everybody out there, stay safe. Read what is going on. Don't just see a user and think whatever they're saying is true. People do it for multiple of reasons. They want attention, they want more likes, they want more views. Ridiculously, most of this has actually started in the US. Walksafe is only available in England and Wales. So the fact that they've gotten global is, I think, is a great thing in the long run. But let's all be wary and take care of yourselves. But for us, Walksafe is fine, and Walksafe is a very, very, very good app to have in the long run. For any press and any media out there that would like to get in contact with us, please do so. I'll put my address in the comments so you can email me. We have access to all the staff at Walksafe. They are all working through us. So if you do want to have any media inquiries, any interviews, please direct them to Crown Media. So stay safe, take care, and hopefully I will come back to you with some better news very soon.